Okay. So, tell me a little bit about what you thought about the last reading and where you're at now. Don't tell me too much, but
Okay.
I did want to check in with you and see how you were feeling.
Um, I processed the reading and I was pretty spot on for me and I felt pretty enlightening and healing, especially with my cousin, because we kind of had a combination of messages together, from our grandma. Um, so yeah, we both were talking about it later, just kind of how it matched and how you knew everything. It was just
Okay.
interesting how you were
Okay,
able
good.
to identify things that we didn't tell you. So,
Yes, yes. And
um,
it does give,
that's
yeah,
why I was initially like, okay, I like what you do. I definitely want to connect again just based on,
great.
everything.
Great. Okay. So, I was meditating a little bit beforehand, and I just set the intention to connect with your spirit team and your higher self. So, I do want to give you my spiel though, because it helps me open up. It helps me let them know that we're ready to go. And then we'll just hop right in. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm an intuitive medium, just means that I can connect with your friends and loved ones in spirit and provide evidence of their existence beyond their bodies. I also get intuitive information about you, what's happening in your life, what has happened in the past, or what could happen in the future. And for the sake of authenticity, I would like to feed you the information rather than you feed me. So I'll make a few statements. If you could just say, yes, that makes sense, or no, I don't know what that means, just kind of helps me navigate. Don't be afraid to tell me no and don't make it fit. Okay? All right, here we go. Okay. Okay. I'm sensing several different things. And just because of what you put on the email when you signed up, I am being drawn, one of those avenues is career that I'm sensing. So, and then the other one is inner child. And I saw a unicorn for a split second. So I think we're going to touch on both of those as long as I'm going to talk quickly so I can get as much in as we can. A career is more important. Let's talk about that first. You're not a nurse. No. Okay. I didn't think so. Um, would you understand being in the healthcare field?
Yeah, I attempted to, but I'm so empathetic, I can't handle the pain and I feel it in my body.
Same, same, big same.
I tried. I went to school for like medical assisting and I couldn't go get past the needles and
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I want
Same.
to care for people. Like I
Yeah.
just don't know how.
Okay, understood. That makes complete sense to me. Because if you would have said no to nursing, the next question would be the caring aspect. Okay, well, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, they're also like, so when I'm saying they, I'm talking about your spirit team. They're also saying like you would get burnt out with that and then eventually become jaded. And that's what they're saying about being in, because they're comparing it. I wanted to be in family services, and then I thought that through, and I was like, I would get bitter and exhausted, and because those industries are kind of, they seem too big sometimes. for us to make a difference just as a person, right? So, but there is that innate caring within you, and I know you're an empath. So let's see if they can tell me like how to apply that. They're referencing you having kids, and that's one outlet for that way, that caring to be expressed. And right now, I do feel like you work with people, though, in some aspect. Would you understand? Are you in customer service in any way?
Yeah, I'm a food server and I absolutely love it because it's quick. I intuit people's needs. Sometimes I guess what they want and they love it, like it's
That's
like a
awesome.
magic. But
Yes.
it's the only way I can. It just doesn't seem to be enough right now, like financially. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see here. They're saying that you have enough schooling under your belt that you could look for higher paying positions, but in an unrelated field. They're saying they're saying what you went to school for is not what you want to do now. And but that you are well educated is what they're saying. Or at least you finished something after high school is what they're saying. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
You completed something after high school. And so I think, oh, and you have experience. So I think what they're saying here is that you're cutting yourself short. Um, you're selling yourself short. Okay. Well, what should she do then? I do like the fact that you're working with people. I think you do need to be working with people, but I think it needs to be different. Hold on. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so okay, we need to talk about energetic boundaries. Did we talk about that last time?
I mean, I think with Pam actually, not with me. And I found it interesting because sometimes I felt like our messages were kind of like could be intertwined.
And that could be,
But
and especially because I had you guys switch seats.
yeah,
I, I was thinking about that after the fact. I'm like, oh gosh, why did I do that? But so that could definitely have been a thing. Um, so what I'm feeling is that you're exhausted after dealing with people. And that's because we don't have any energetic boundaries. And and we pick up things from other people. You said you feel it physically, but also I think energetically you take it home with you. Uh, it's not something you think about, but it's like in your auric field, and we need
mm,
to clean. Uh, Okay. Okay. So they're like, tell her what you do. So when I'm in the shower, water is very healing, very cleansing, right? Very refreshing. And so our intentions are powerful. And so if we pair those together, it amplifies it, right? So if next time you're in the shower, I just want you, what I do is I say, oh gosh, what do I say? I clean the bottom of my feet because we have chakras on the bottom of our feet, and that symbolizes carrying energies around with us, right? Um, what do I say? I can't remember. I release all energies that do not belong to me or that are no longer serving me. And then I imagine them going down and out the bottom of my feet. And I say, return them to their rightful owners or to the earth to transmute. Okay. And then once I do that, then I say, I call back my energy from all people, places, things, yada, 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 from all timelines, dimensions, realms. I call all of my energy back to me now. It's just something I say in my head. In the shower, it takes 2 seconds. Uh, and it resets your energy. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Do you live with like three other people?
My children. You say,
Is
do
it
I live with three people?
is it three total or is it you and
I have three children I live with. It's just me and my kids.
they're talking about you completely taking on the energy of your kids.
Oh boy.
So we need to have a little bit of a baseline. Okay. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. And we get that through meditation. And it doesn't have to be a half an hour or an hour. You could set a timer for 5 minutes, take some deep breaths, and that's it, girl. Like you're good. It doesn't, and we scroll on Instagram for 20, 30
Yeah.
minutes, right? So just try that a couple times throughout the day, couple times throughout the week, whatever. As long as you're trying, I'm good with that. Uh,
I just never thought about having to protect my energy for my kids. It's just first time ever.
oh no, no, it's not protecting. It's more like it's more like keeping your peace because they're another person, right? And so,
Yeah,
how do I
true.
explain this? You're letting their moods dictate yours.
Yeah,
And
I am.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And so it's more of like we're a solid foundation regardless of the state that our kids are in. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
No problem. No, yeah. And of course, like moms, we pour our hearts and souls into our children, right? So it's
Yeah.
hard to kind of do that. It's hard to kind of reel it back in and say, this is my energy and that is yours, right? Because they came from our body. Okay. So I get it. It's hard. Uh, oh, they're saying you're doing wonderful. Oh, and they make me want to cry.
Oh,
Um, oh my God. I feel like that's coming from family as a collective, which is interesting. It's like a tell her she's an amazing mother and and that you're doing great. And it's hard. They know that. So interesting. So there is no, I feel an absence of a father figure. Would you understand that?
yeah, the father just pays me child support and is not, he takes them on the weekend. And
Oh, he does see him on the weekends?
yeah, but it's really me throughout the week and I make all the
Yeah.
decisions and all the things.
Okay. Okay, got it. Let's see. What else do they want to talk about here? Uh, they're talking about you being like, well, I hope I'm doing this right. Like, uh, they're
Yeah.
talking about you being like, just trying to do the best you can. And like, you have these thoughts of like, well, I hope I'm not fucking up my kids or
Oh my
something.
God, all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Time.
okay.
Like I
And
hope they have good memories and not of me freaking out, and I can't regulate my own self. That
no,
happens.
no, I mean, I think every mom goes through that. Absolutely. It's a degree, right? It's a spectrum. And every mom has those thoughts of like, it's parent guilt and you can't avoid it. Okay. So, uh, oh, okay. They're telling me to tell you to take yourself out of the situation. Okay, this is interesting. I tell people this sometimes. Anytime you're feeling like you're the worst parent ever, or like you made a shit ton of mistakes, they want to challenge your thinking and say, what would you tell your best friend who is in the same situation? So let's say you had a best friend that lived your life and she's coming to you for advice. What would you tell her? right? And all this is doing is creating self-love, self-compassion. We want to have as much love and compassion and grace for ourselves as we do for our best friend, right? So anytime you're in a situation where your thoughts are beating you up, right? We have to catch it. That's the first thing, is catching when we're talking to ourselves like that. But if you can catch it, I want you to stop and think, well, what would I say to someone else who is in this situation? And it's because when we're so deep in our own stuff, we can't see through it, right? But that kind of takes you out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I don't want you to talk to yourself. Don't say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to your best friend. Okay? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I want you to do some shadow work. Have you ever heard about shadow work?
Yeah, I feel like I've done it a few times.
Okay. It's basically therapy, self-therapy, right? I want you to do some shadow work around mistakes. I want you to do some shadow work around mistakes you've made in the past and what came about those mistakes. How did you handle those mistakes? Because I think there's something back there that's making you overanalyze every decision that you're doing. Okay? Yeah. There's something from the past. There's more than one thing. Okay? And it's giving you analysis paralysis. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Would you understand that? Would you describe
Yeah.
yourself that way?
I
Okay.
thought it was based on my astrology chart, but
Oh,
my
okay.
it could be my past too. But
Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah,
think a
just
perspective is helpful. A new shift in thinking is definitely helpful.
good, 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 good.
Yeah.
Okay. So it could be, I mean, I don't want to discount astrology because I believe in that too. So, um, yeah, just something to maybe journal about, you know. Um, let's see, what else are we going to talk about here? They want you to relax and try to have fun. Uh, that's funny.
Tell them it's easier when I have more financial flow coming to me.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's ask him about that.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that's understood over there.
What'd you say?
I don't think they understand that stress over there of like we can't
Right.
fully relax when we're not bringing in the financial money to live.
Yes, like we
We're
have to
just
have this. It's a
yeah.
3D thing, but we gotta have it. Okay, let me ask him about that. Let me ask him. Interesting. I don't know if you're gonna like this, but I
No
have to
problem.
say it. I have to say it. Because it's the first thing that popped in my mind, and that's how intuition works. Okay. Uh, I don't know if you're gonna like this, but I'm gonna say it. Okay. Have you ever thought about working with the elderly?
Actually, I have. I have.
I think it would be rewarding for you. Um, yeah, yeah. Uh, and that's the first thing that popped into my mind. So that's one, yeah. And they're lighting up my heart space, which makes me think that it would be fulfilling for you. Yeah, that's what I want to say. I want you to start looking for retirement homes. Um, And you said you have a medical, you do have a medical degree, or what do you have?
I started doing like medical assisting, and I think I only finished like office assistant. I didn't actually finish the whole thing because I couldn't. I
Okay.
did the
Oh,
only thing
okay.
I ever finished was real estate, but that expires. So like you have to go upkeep that. I don't think that's what they're talking about, but
No, I don't think so. I
I
think,
never formally finished school because it's always I've just always had a difficult life. Like I'm not just gonna put it out there. Everything's been just really hard for me. Like everything.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. That's why you're strong as fuck. And, you know, and that's why, it's hard for you to take risks because you know what that feels like. And I think empaths really, we have to go through it so that we can help others.
Yeah.
It's and it makes us stronger and it makes you smarter and wiser and oh, they're giving me your kids right now. You are definitely teaching your kids about how to be self-sufficient, how to be responsible, how to take accountability. They're talking about oh, interesting. That's weird. They put you in my head. You know the in the Olympics where they have the three things in the Olympic stand? They put
Yeah.
you on in first place holding a trophy, which is interesting. So that's must be how your kids see you, or it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for you being number one, which is
Thank
funny.
you. I'm grateful.
Yeah, is there anything else to that though? Oh, they're talking about how Olympians dedicate their entire lives to this, right? You don't just jump in and become an Olympian. You put in the work, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about. So don't worry, it's going to be worth it. And
Okay.
you're showing your kids um, the most important thing that you can learn in life. Okay, what else? Uh, they keep showing, I don't know what this is. They keep showing me like little handwritten cards.
My boy does that. My boy makes cards, but I used to do it when I was little, actually. I used to make the envelope and everything, but he likes to make cards now. I don't
Oh,
know. Maybe that's it.
is that your youngest?
My middle child.
Your middle child. Okay. And that's interesting that you also used to do it.
Hmm.
They're talking about, oh, interesting. I'm feeling a connection with you and your middle child. Uh, they're talking about you both being a bright light to others. Would you understand? Is there like a correlation in personality between you and the middle child?
I'm not sure. I think he looks like me the most. But
Okay.
it's interesting you say that because my youngest sang a song at her preschool called I Am a Bright Light. And they're both going to summer school next week and it's Bright Light Camp.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
and it's just that bright light. Yeah, it really.
Yeah, there's
It,
a reason why they bring everything up. Okay, so just we're gonna leave that there. Um, is there anything else? I think the working with the elderly will bring more money. I think, oh, they're talking about maybe going back to school for that. I don't know what you have to work in a nursing home. So, or, something along, or assisted living, or I don't know what you have to have. So I think I dropped the seed enough there, and I'm going to let you go as far with that as you want to,
okay.
as long as your heart's in it, okay? Trust your heart above everything else. including what I have to say. Do you understand? Okay. Okay. Uh, do you have any other questions?
I was wanting to know because I've just been through so many crappy relationships. Like, am I ever going to be in a relationship, or am I supposed to be alone? I want to know my fate, I guess, with that because I keep searching for somebody like
Okay.
that person who will love me
Okay.
for me.
Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They're talking about we have to love ourselves first. I want you to do some work on self-love first. Okay. There's also something about self-worthiness, about worthiness, because I get this feeling that, hmm, I wonder if you can find a correlation between all of your exes.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm getting like three for some reason, like three men that are kind of the same in some way. And then I'm also feeling like, I don't know if you're gonna say yes to this, but I'm feeling like in all of those relationships, we were bulldozed and taken advantage of, which is also about just real boundaries in general. And empaths have problems with real boundaries because we want to help everyone. We believe that everyone is good and we love them, and we focus on the good. That's what we do, and we ignore the bad. I know because Exhibit A. Okay, I've been through the same thing. Okay. So, okay. So they're talking about channeling your inner Beyonce, is what I like to call it, because Beyonce doesn't allow herself to be treated any kind of way because she's a diva, right?
Yeah.
She won't allow it, right? And she knows it because she knows she's worthy and she knows she deserves respect. And when you don't allow certain behaviors, uh, then they stop showing up in our lives. Or it's like having the strength to cut this person off when we know we deserve better. Okay. So, but that comes with from within. And you're going to have to, I want you to start telling yourself that you love yourself in the mirror when you don't have any makeup on. You know, stand naked in the mirror and point out 10 things that you like about yourself. Okay. And start there. Okay. Say every time you're in the bathroom, I want you like, I'm like, hey girl, like I want you to like start building a relationship with yourself first. Okay. And then, oh, it's starting to come down outside. And then once you get to a point, then you'll start attracting someone of a higher caliber, is what I understand here. Yes. Okay. Oh, and they're waiting. They're waiting to, they're showing me like puppet strings. They're waiting to align you with someone that's worthy. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. They're giving me like a timeline, like a possible timeline. Okay. They just gave me 6 months. What is that? What does
Thank
that
you
mean?
for
So, okay, here's what I'm going to say about that. I'm going to say that if we put in the effort, I think something could come into to our lives in 6 months, is what I want to say. But it's going to be on you. All right? Um, yeah, that's it. And and just because we're out of time, that's what I'll leave you with, okay?
Thank you. That was more than I expected. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy that you booked again. This was fun.
Thank
This was
you.
fun.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah. And do you want me to email you the recording?
You don't have to because I got it actually. I just remembered. Actually, go ahead.